Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to AdriRaven and Exsellsior. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker, as we follow up on yet another lead into a disaster so monstrous it threatens to cause our entire kingdom to implode. So, of mild importance. I'd give it about a 7 out of 10 on the old priorimeter. Of more immediate importance, though, is that we have to hold a party for our depressed teammate, apparently. After which we'll get to investigating the Gudrun River and hopefully nip this whole thing in the bud. Huh. Ah, there we go. Yep, that's definitely the right place. I was kind of expecting it to automatically trigger once we came in.
No mistakes.
Given the location, I have a hard time imagining we're going to make it through this without a fight. But this is a social engagement. We'll go light on the buffs. There you are. Ekken, old friend, speak of the devil. Ekken's face freezes in surprise. He stares at Natavi and Olina silently for a few moments, completely still. Finally, Ekken turns a quizzical look to you. Relax, friend. Let's just drink a little and talk. Grabbing Ekken's arm, Olina leads him to the tables with food. Please, come here, Ekkendeo. You don't mind if I call you Ekken? Natavi fixes her hair, and you notice a tattoo of a stinging wasp on her wrist. Following the couple with a long stare, Natavi says quietly to you, "Please come to me when everyone is busy eating and drinking. I would like to talk to you." The focus on that tattoo is interesting. No idea what it means. A great celebration. It's nice to see smiling faces all around, and to forget our troubles for a while. Oh, that just brought up Harem's normal dialogue menu. We'll just skip him. Dying of boredom. Bad party, short on food. Thank you for the invitation, Silverleaf. You're not eating at all. That is ill-advised. If you find nothing left for you, don't say I didn't warn you. Thank you, Jubilost. Join me. The food is good. My favorite pastime at parties is to stand silently in the darkest corner and watch friends and strangers dancing and having fun. That is truly sad. But I get it. I also like that they clearly just layered the sisters on top of each other there. To your health, Silverleaf. By the way, if you're looking for where to go after the feast, I know a place with a very peculiar menu. We only live once. Yeah, I think I'll pass. But thanks, though. Such a wonderful idea, Silverleaf. Come now, why didn't you tell us about it sooner? I'd have baked a pie. Lindsay runs her fingers over the strings intently. Thank you for the wonderful idea, Lindsay. Lindsay's face brightens. I'm glad you liked it. I hope the others are happy too. Especially Ekin. Isn't it hard to play and talk at the same time? Ha! It's a matter of practice. Fair enough. I'll leave you to it. What can I do for you, Your Grace? Thank you for organizing such a wonderful party for Ekin. My pleasure, Your Grace. I'm happy everything turned out this way as well. Besides, entertaining a man such as Ekindeo is my pleasure. The innkeeper giggles, covering her mouth with a handkerchief. Oh my. Ekin pretends not to hear. Well, I'm going to go check in on some of the others. Ekin? The ranger greets you with a curt nod. Your Grace must want to talk to Ekin. I'll go make sure everyone has enough to drink. Looking at Alina's back, Ekin turns to you, fixing one of his belt bags. Cunning plan. To bring a hunter to a feast. Call him to hunt. You know Lindsay. She has a creative mind. Alina told me. Thank you. Drink with me? Ekin looks uncertainly at the offered glass. Alina's wine is quite good. It's your choice, though. Ekin resolutely shakes his head. No, thank you. I hope we didn't do more harm than good. Are you at least having fun? Ekin nods. It is good to be among friends and trees, and even better, not holding a bow. How are you doing, Ekin? Life is life. It goes on, whether we wish it or not. What do you mean? I am still thinking about them. Ekin stares into the distance. I wake up with the first rays of sun. I see the faces of my family. Fire turns to ashes. Midday turns to midnight. And when the stars are shining, I still think of them. Some days, bitterness and rage fill me. I drive them away. Other days, I feel a smile on my face, and I appall myself. Only hunting numbs my feelings, but the farther I follow the trail, the darker the woods are, and the harder it is to find my way back. Wow, that is concerning, and also understandable. Only you can decide what path is right for you. I believe you will make the correct choice. Ekin looks down. After a long silence, he speaks, noticeably relieved. Your eyes look deep, sometimes too deep. Thank you, Silverleaf. I see Alina is trying very hard to please you. She is the lady of the house. This is her responsibility. I think this is more than a sense of obligation. I thought about it. Time will tell. Does it not ruin your fun? A faint smile spreads on Ekken's face. There's very much of her, all at once. However, she is a good woman. I'll leave it be. Uh-huh. Why did you never tell me about Natavi? Ekken shrugs. Why? How did you meet Natavi? Guarded caravans. She talked a lot. I thought, she must be in love with her own voice. Ekken winces. But over time, we walked many roads together. I learned she had a steady eye and a strong hand. Why did you stop talking? The ranger rubs the back of his head, then smirks. Amanda said, a caravan is here. You'll go to the tavern again. Natavi is a bad influence. And then, Natavi started coming less and less. Were you close? We are friends, and friends leave. But stay anyway. I see. Ekken nods. All right, my friend. I'm going to get something to eat. All right. Talk to Natavi and talk to Lindsay. I guess we should do Natavi first. Your Grace. Smiling, Natavi nods politely. I admit, we got acquainted very suddenly. That's right. When we met for the first time, I had to speak to him. Interruptions be damned. What was I supposed to do? I haven't seen Ekken for such a long time, and I was so surprised to hear about him. I'd like to know you better. I'm at your service. Where are you from? I grew up in Nantambu, far from here, but never liked that city. I left it years ago and haven't been back since. I remember leaving it vividly. Little towers covered with bright mosaics dot the horizon, while I lay hidden in the bushels of sugar cane on a rumbling cart, drawn by a lame old donkey. Natavi laughs. How did you meet Ekken? We guarded a caravan together. At first, I couldn't stand Ekken. I took his silence for arrogance. But then a sandstorm forced us to spend a week in a tiny village. We drank everything the only inn had to offer, and got to know each other better. Didn't you say before that he doesn't like taverns? Natavi grins, staring off into the distance. He behaved somewhat differently when he was young. A curious story. And old as the world. You know, Ekken never mentioned you. You don't say. Ha ha ha. It can't be. Natavi looks at you with a smirk. And he is usually so talkative. Keeps talking about himself, his past, his dreams and plans. A couple of jokes here and there. All right, I get it. Sorry. That's a curious tattoo, a stinging wasp. Does it mean anything? Your Grace is very observant. Natavi runs her finger over the image. This tattoo is a tribute to tradition. It symbolizes the transition from unconscious dogmatic conformity to mindfulness and self-awareness. Sure, why not? Agreed. So, what did you want to talk about? I wanted to ask a favor. You see, Alina, the innkeeper, treats me coldly, and I have no reason why. Yesterday, for instance, she argued with me before changing the sheets in my room, and today she refuses to pour me a glass of wine. So I was thinking, she wouldn't refuse if the Baron himself asks for a bottle of wine. And why do you need a bottle of wine? Natavi's laughter is soft and musical. What a strange question. Really, why would I need a bottle of wine at a party? Okay, yeah, that checks out. Thank you, Silverleaf. Still, why do you need a bottle of wine? Well, I just wanted to steal Ekin for a moment. To walk and talk with him, eye to eye. I've known him a long time, and he could definitely use someone to talk to. Fair enough. You know, given the nature of the game, I can't help but assume that Natavi is up to no good, but she could just be an estranged friend. Possibly a rival for Ekin's attentions. What can I do for you, Your Grace? Alina, could you give me a bottle of wine? Don't bother with a bottle, Your Grace. I'll pour for you. Just bring a glass. Best not to mention Natavi, I think. And yet, I would prefer it. As you wish. Well, that was, easy. Adventure! Natavi greets you with a charming smile. Here, I hope you like this. Casting a warm glance your way, Natavi nods gratefully. Thank you very much. Now, if you don't mind... Alina, could you please find a wine opener for me? Would you please wait? So, my friend, I'll just steal you for a moment. Hey, where are you going? Poor Alina. Lindsay looks up at you, surprised, trying to keep the rhythm. Where are you going? If you leave now, the whole plan goes to pieces. Right, sorry. I just wanted a break from the noise. Okay, so whatever they are discussing will have to remain a mystery. Though I'm sure we'll revisit it eventually. All right. Let's go ahead and wind this party down. Lindsay, I think now's the perfect time for one of your performances. Are you sure? Have you had time to talk to everyone? I'm sure. Begin. Ahem, your attention. My friends, let's raise our glasses. Let's celebrate our adventures, and that we have others to share them with. Also, let's thank Alina for a generous feast. The evening was wonderful. Alina bows, turning red. And now, I'd like to play something special for you. I haven't composed anything for a while, but this is a special occasion. Striking a theatrical pose, Lindsay begins to play. Ekin quietly takes a place next to you. Music starts flowing. Lindsay's performance isn't perfect, but it is deep and emotional. One cadence follows another, and music echoes among the trees. Suddenly, you notice that Ekin is standing much closer than you thought. You realize he's slowly moving closer to you, fidgeting from foot to foot, and trying not to look at anyone. At the same time, Alina is trying to lean closer and closer to Ekin, trying to touch his shoulder. Noticing your look, she gives you a sharp look. All right. Ekin, my friend, could you not crowd me so? Turning red as a beet, Ekin whispers an apology and moves towards Alina. She grabs Ekin by the arm, looking at you gratefully. Finally, Lindsay strikes the final chord, and the sound fades. Pleased with her performance, Lindsay receives well-deserved applause. The wolf who has been standing nearby before wags his tail and approaches Ekin. Aw, just look at that, Ekin. He seems so loyal. You have to give him a name. You do. You've been together for so long. You've been through so much together. Natavi shakes her head. The heart wants what it wants. Why would one fake affection when there is none? I think he deserves a name. Looking at the dog and thinking for a moment, Ekin smiles slightly. His name is Okbo. Alina looks at Ekin and seems to forget about the whole world for a moment. That's better. A wonderful, imposing name. Well chosen. By the way, friends, not to sound too mundane, but I'm quite tired, and we still have to get to the city. Maybe it's time we pack up? Wow, I am amazed we didn't get attacked. Also, are we headed back to Stag's Fall? I guess we are. Okay. I did not plan for that. Well, just as well. I do actually have a few things I need to take care of, so let's hit the pause button. I'll take care of the bookkeeping off screen, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Now, I don't think we actually know exactly where we're supposed to be going. Yeah, it just says along the Gudrun River. Okay, we will start working our way west to east until we reach Lake Silverstep. Though I suppose the most logical place to start is the bridge. Let's get to it. Accursed things. Success. The advisor's agents traced the source of the corruption. All the harmful items were purchased from Nazriel, the weaponsmith. Really now? She seems to have a lot of trouble with, accidentally creating cursed items. Gotta say, I was actually expecting this event to be tied to the current blight. I'm surprised to see it was actually Nazriel. Alright, I really do want to rebuild the Temple of the Elk, but we just can't afford to tie Harem up for that long. Yeah, Nazriel's not too far out of our way. We'll pay her a visit next. If Keston is here, there are no obvious signs of it. So, I guess we will just follow the road.
All according to plan.
Oh, hey, that's new. Before you is a disheveled woman wearing a cheap dress and a cloak that's gray with dust. She covers her face as she sobs uncontrollably. A disaster! This is such a disaster! What happened? The woman raises her face, tears still streaming. Her eyes widen as she recognizes you, and she shudders. Baron, it must be Providence that sent you to me. Only you can help me. She wipes her cheeks and stifles another sob. I was robbed by a forest monster. It took my most valuable possession, my great-grandmother's pearl string. Just robbed. Let you go away alive. This is big luck. I was hoping to pay the bandits at the bridge with them. They're a family heirloom, a real treasure. My great-grandfather brought the pearls all the way from Eletter. I thought that would be enough to get me to Gult, but then I was ambushed by that vile beast. I was so frightened, I dropped all my belongings and ran. When I came to my senses, it was too late. What am I going to do? I'm so scared of going back. Describe this forest monster. The woman frowns. It had greenish skin, short, with a wide face and red eyes. It jumped out of nowhere, flashing a dagger at me and yelling in Pidgin. It said I should give it my money, or else. Strange something. No think thought who it could be. You don't say. The woman glances down and gasps in horror. Good gods! The beast from before looked just like the beast that's traveling with you. Gods have mercy. Where are you from? From far off. The woman sighs. I promised my cousin I'd visit her in Gult. But now this. You brought a priceless family heirloom along on a visit to Gult. The woman blushes and lowers her gaze. Forgive me, Your Grace. Her whisper is barely audible. It's difficult to confess, but I'm running away. 2 men in my village died from the magic disease. Harassed willing, I'd save myself. Are you traveling alone? Yes, Mother died last year, and my brother moved to the city. I hope that at least there he'll be safe from the disease. I understand. I'll try to find your missing jewels. Where were you attacked? Oh, thank you so much. The beast ambushed me by the large stone along the road. Follow it northeast. It's not far. But please be careful, Baron. I beg you. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Large rock along the road to the northeast. Let's toss up some basic buffs.
The end draws near.
Alright, let's go track down this forest monster. Over here, I guess. Goblin Prince. Intriguing. Not quite what I was expecting. The goblin in front of you looks unusual. His ugly face is covered with red clay, which looks to be war paint. A string of beads is hanging down from his ears, and he's wearing a dirty reed skirt. Stop. I be Prince of Camelland. You be bringin' presents? I take everything. Shiny bits, sparkly bits, grub. Knock-Knock's ear twitches. Prince, what that? Another stupid noise stupid longshanks make up and vomit on goblins? Those beads on your head. You took them from a woman on this road. Tribute to Prince of Camelland. Mine. The goblin clutches the beads and steps back, baring his teeth. Guess we'll go with the sure thing. Are you aware, Prince, that this necklace belonged to Zog-Mugget herself, one of the goblin hero gods? See how she stares at you from each bead, as though about to come out and strangle you? Ah! Prince wants to live! Prince be too pretty to die! The goblin rips the beads off his head and throws them at you. With an angry whine, the goblin runs off, a trail of reed stalks falling from his skirt as he flees. Yeah, that sounds about right. Not much of a family heirloom, but let's get it back to that poor woman. Is this yours? The woman presses her hands to her chest. Erastil's mercy! You found my pearls! The odds are not in our favor. Let's hedge our bets first.
Focus on the goal.
Done with waiting.
Yeah, with Tristan out, we're working with our second highest persuasion, and we don't have touch of good. Well, let's just hope we get lucky. Look, I'll return your treasure on the condition that you turn back. I'm sure your brother would take you in, and there's safety in the city. These are trying times, but I'm doing all I can to stop the disease and protect the people. The woman examines you closely. You know, Your Grace. People spout all kinds of nonsense about you, but I can tell you have a good heart. A heart that aches over the troubles of your people. There's nothing for me in Galt. My home is here. Thank you again, and farewell, Baron. I'm going back to the city, and I'll make sure everyone knows the kind of person you truly are. Hey, look at that. It all worked out. Decent reward, too. Adventure. Let's see what's going on over here. His prices are outrageous. You charged a fortune for your food, and what do we get? Moldy bread and rotten vegetables. Fear Erastil, Tigny. Your profit is someone's grief. Out of my sight. I am the only vendor for leagues around. You eat when I sell, or don't eat at all. The merchant, a stout man in a shabby jacket, greasy pants, and a tattered beret, finally notices you. Ah, welcome to the traveling shop of Tigny Jusmert. The finest goods this side of the canyon, sir. I will be the judge of that. I'd like to browse your wares. Nothing special. I guess the prices do seem a bit high. Hard to tell, though. Welcome back, sir. How can I help you today? What is all the commotion at the bridge? Where have all those people come from? Haven't you heard? The Stag Lord, Baron. He's alive. One day he just comes back with his band, takes the bridge, and starts demanding coin for safe passage. So people are piling up at the bridge. After all, how can a peasant scrape up enough coin to pay the toll? Some have been here for a while now. Many might have starved to death if it wasn't for my willingness to help those in need. For the right price, of course. Your prices are 3 times higher than those of other merchants. The demand is high, sir. The trader winks and jingles his fat purse. No one around offers the produce I do. In fact, you won't find anyone else selling in these parts. And you know people. They just love to eat. He laughs, amused by his own joke. Have you no shame? These people are starving, and all you care about is lining your pockets? Tigny averts his eyes in silence. Finally, he sighs. Very well, I will lower my prices. You think I'm some cold, heartless beast? Good. I'm glad we got this settled. We can afford food now. Thank you. You're welcome, random halfling. Okay, we are just passing the 40-minute mark, but I really want to check out this Stag Lord thing. That sounds intriguing. No obvious signs of where he might be. Oh, we'll figure it out. The old man who called to you looks to be in bad shape. Pale face, dark circles under his eyes, and his forehead glistening with sweat. There's no doubt this man is very sick. Hey, lad, would you... The old man breaks into a coughing fit. Would you do an old man a favor in his hour of need? I've traveled far, but I somehow fell ill along the way. I know of a berry that grows along the coast in these parts, though. It's supposed to be a potent medicine. It will... The old man coughs again. It'll put anyone back on their feet. They're black, hard to miss. The old man bursts into more coughing for a few moments. Black with a hint of purple. The bush is short. You've strong legs and sharp eyes. Honor... The old man coughs again, but quickly controls it. Honor an old man's wish. Bring me a handful of those berries. Where are you from? The outskirts of the Gnarl Marshes. Used to live there with my son and his wife. But when this scourge started to spread through the barony, and a few people in our village started falling ill, we knew it was time to run. Hated to abandon the house, but what could we do? My son's little ones. The old man lets out a few wet coughs. We couldn't just let the little ones perish in that cursed place. I left too. They're my family, after all. The old man coughs a few times. But I'm not as strong as I once was. I started lagging behind, holding them back. So I said, "Listen, son, save your wife and kids. I'll make it there on my own." He coughs again, then goes silent for a moment. We agreed to meet up in Drember village. He trails off as his eyes grow watery. Who are all these people on the bridge? Refugees, running from an illness that causes horrible beasts to burst out of people's bodies. The rulers couldn't care less for the simple folk, the old man says, cringing slightly. So people run as far as they can. The Baron can stay in his cursed lands all he wants, but we want to be safe. You shouldn't speak of the Baron that way. The old man waves his hand dismissively. I'm old. I've little concern for them high lords. I just hope I don't die and none of my kin get sick. Fair enough. I have to go. All right. Bushes along the river. That really doesn't narrow it down much, does it? Ah, there we go. Let us through. The road should be free for all. The cutthroat in front of you is well armed, as are the other warriors behind him. He turns to face you. Hey, get in line. Watch where you're going. The man trails off as he sees your face. He recognizes you. But by the gods, the Baron, what brings you here? The man glances at his companions, who look equally uncertain what to do, and turns red. Of course you can pass, your grace. What's going on here? Well now, we're guarding the bridge, Baron. From monsters and others. On the Stag Lord's orders. I am the Baron of this realm, and I didn't order anyone to guard this bridge. The bandit swallows. It's, like an order's an order. We're the Stag Lord's people. He says, guard the bridge, we guard the bridge. The Stag Lord? The Stag Lord is dead. What is this nonsense? Gotta peel your eyes, your grace. Alive he is. See for yourself. There he is, keeping watch over us himself. Who gave you the right to extort passers-by? We have to eat as much as anyone else. Hunger will take us if we've no coin. And what are these monsters you're talking about? Why, Baron, all kinds, all kinds. Not long ago, a hydra popped up on the other side of the river. Right, men? The warriors nod. A fat, long-fanged bastard, too. Now, your grace, what happens if that thing gets into its head to feast on folks crossing the bridge? And that's not the worst of it. There's goblins sneaking all about as well, snatching everything that's not tied down. Enough. The man falls silent. The men behind him look at their feet uncomfortably. Where is this Stag Lord of yours? There, see? Right there. Go up to him. He's the one to talk to. Don't suppose you could be more specific?
In due time.
Ah, there we go. Fake Stag Lord. You're not even trying. I like that they actually used a completely different physical build for him, too. Let's see if we can resolve this peacefully. The infamous Stag Lord looks to be a portly man, somewhere in his 40s. His armor is at least a size too small for his bulk, and the ill-fitting helmet on his head is adorned with antlers that vaguely resemble those seen on the head of the previous Stag Lord, now deceased. Aram shakes his head. Impersonating a dead man? What a ridiculous mockery of your own mortality. Today you steal the name of a man who has become dust. Tomorrow you join him. Who dares stumble into my headquarters without so much as a knock or a bow? Who the hell do you think you are? Silverleaf, Baron and rightful ruler of this realm. And you are? Baron, you say? Ha! You made a huge mistake coming here, then. For I am the Stag Lord, hero to the people, and enemy of any bureaucrats who would dare call the stolen lands their own. You? A hero? Not a chance. You're more like comic relief. I dealt with the Stag Lord myself. You're just an imposter, and a miserable one at that. It may be hard to see his face under his ridiculous helmet, but it's easy to see the bandit leader deflate upon hearing your words. No, it is I who is the Stag Lord. You killed an imposter. The gang leader's voice quavers as he speaks. Well, this is just great. We were sent to get rid of the Stag Lord, and you say the one we took out was just an imposter? And then I guess we're lucky to finally meet the real one, aren't we? Thank you, Lindsay. That actually does help. Okay, the neutral option is definitely more Silverleaf, but let's do this Amiri style. Amiri, if you would. Alright, Stag Boy. You're gonna take that ridiculous thing off your head, leave this tent, and do everything you can to ensure I never hear from you or your gang again. Everything you've collected so far will be returned to the people. Yes, your barony. I mean, your grace. Of course. You're too kind. The imposter hastily removes his helmet and throws it to the ground. Well, I'm sure we would have gotten more loot if we had just slaughtered these guys, but at least we did get about 550 experience points. Ooh, and a whole pile of diamonds. Diamonds and cheese. Sure, why not?
That is not far.
Alright, we are officially out of time, but let's go ahead and grab those berries. Might as well wrap up that last side quest. I think that's it for this area.
As it should be.
Oh, hey.
In due time.
About time we saw some combat.
The forest makes care for everyone. Today it shelters and feeds you. Tomorrow it feeds someone else with you.
Thank you, Ekin. Awfully chatty all of a sudden. Too much wine.
Serves you right.
Ready for anything?
Yeah, let's make sure we don't waste any bombs here. Goblin Rock Eye. Interesting. These berries are deadly. They cause almost immediate death. Huh. Well, thank you for your unexpected insight, Amiri. I guess you are an expert at causing immediate death. Oh, you know what? The bandits did mention a Hydra around here somewhere. I do want to check that out, but we'll save that for next time. The road's clear. We can move at last. The old man looks at you, hope in his purblind eyes. I found your berries. You lied. These aren't medicine. They're poison. The old man shifts his gaze down. Please don't be angry. Look, I'm sick like all the others. I've seen the monsters come out of people. I'd rather take my own life than wait for such a terrible end. I beg you, lad, give me the berries. There is no sin upon your soul. I'd have killed myself anyway. You only helped an old man ease his suffering. Why are you so sure you have the same illness? I'm not sure. And who's to say? But waiting to see whether some horrible creature hatches out of me, I'd rather die by my own hand. No. Find Jodkavkin in town. He can identify your illness and give you the help you need. The old man's eyes light up. Someone could help me. A weak smile crosses his wrinkled face. There's still hope? Oh, Rastal, protect this man. Thank you. I'm leaving right now. I won't let this sickness stop me. As long as my legs will carry me, I'll make it there. And there he goes. He's gonna die in the wilderness. Gotta say, despite our lack of social skills, we're actually doing okay. Now, like I said, we do still have a Hydra out here somewhere. They said it was the other side of the river, so I'm guessing either on the left, behind the merchant, or maybe in this alcove over on the right. Anyway, we will hit the pause button for now. I will scout the area, make sure we're not missing anything else, and we will pick up here next time. As we finish clearing the region, go have a chat with Nazriel, and hopefully figure out where the heck Keston is hiding. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Pathfinder Kingmaker, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube and Twitch channels, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages over on Steam or on GOG. Links are in the description.